Welcome to Shorty Supercoach, guys. How you going? I'm going to dive into the tips today. We'll be going live in about a couple of hours, so if you want to jump in, ask Shorty a couple of questions, have a bit of banter, by all means, feel free to. I haven't checked these, the results of it. Obviously, I know what I tipped, but I haven't checked how it sort of fared in terms of my leagues and stuff. Got a feeling I might have drifted a touch, so let's have a little bit of a look, because the Giants just cost me dearly. I will never tip the Giants again, except for this week. But you know what I mean. They were brutally disappointing. So disappointing. I less about Cameron, the response for the coach. I wasn't really about that as much, but I thought that might help. I thought Mackay was massive loss for the Blues. And the Blues had also lost a couple away from home, Gold Coast and Fremantle. But no, the Giants put in an absolute piss-poor performance. So, as you can see, tip 6. And how did we go? So, 14th and a bit of a drop. My margin was good, so I was good to get the Friday night tip. Not just right, but a little bit extra on the Bulldogs I went. So, got a pretty handy margin out of that. But it's relatively comparable to most. There are a couple a bit more. How'd we go overall? Who topped it for the round? So a few 8s up there. Quite a few 8s, which was pretty damn solid. Good stuff, lads. Total score. He just continues to be bloody solid. Strangers just continues to be real solid. 61. Now, the blokes in second and third, and not so much fourth, but they're not far behind, but second and third, clearly better margins. So that's quite interesting. So I think I've fallen a little bit off the pace. What am I? Yeah, no, it's doable. But let's have a look at this week's tips. As always, if you want to drop your tips in below, let me know what you're thinking. A couple of 50-50 games. None more so than this game here. And it's really, really tough. I'm leaning towards the Blues. We'll just go by 11 points. And I am a big fan of Sydney, but I don't feel like we've seen them consistently put 4 hard, tough quarters together against really good teams. Probably Geelong's the main one. I think, they beat up on the Dons, but I feel as if they've come up short against some real big tests. And just being at Marvel, I do think these two sides are both, competing for similar spots on the ladder in and around that top 4. But I'm leaning towards the Blues. Didn't give them enough respect last week, so I'll give them some respect this week. I feel like 90-10, people just don't tip against the Cats at home, and neither can I, but they lost the last one. I think they've lost the last 3 out of 5, and Porter playing some great footy. So this potentially deserves to be closer in the percentages than it is right there, but I will go Geelong. I will go the Bulldogs. Not, again, 92-8. The Dogs lost their last one at Ballarat, and Gold Coast have all of a sudden found some good form too. But I will go the Dogs. We all know where we're going with this one. D's comfortably. Go the Saints. It's interesting, like Adelaide 11% of tips, Gold Coast only 8. I think Gold Coast are a far better chance of beating the Dogs than Adelaide beating St Kilda. But one thing is, when the Crows are up and about at the Adelaide Oval, as a throwback, they can be a handful. But St Kilda, they were a handful for my Cats at that third quarter, I'll tell you what. Richmond should absolutely pump the Dons. Giants, it kind of hurts to tip them after the disrespect they showed me, but I'll be going with them. And Brisbane there, and really confident on a response from the Dockers. So, I feel as if, not the toughest week of tipping, but again, it's probably, there's always those tips where you go, if I can get this one right, I'll be going okay. And I feel like it's definitely the Friday night game. So again, tough one to pick. I'm going the Blues. Massive game. I'm really looking forward to it. So, by all means, feel free to flick through any tips you've got. Like I said before, if you want to jump in and you're watching this sort of as it's come out, I'm going live at 8 o'clock tonight. So, feel free to pop in there. But I'll talk to you guys soon. Plenty of Supercoach videos coming your way Thursday night after work, as always. Cheers, guys.